How's it going, everybody? Welcome to That BS Guy, your one-stop shop for all things bariatric surgery related. I am JT. I am the BS guy. That means a lot of things here and there. But you've clicked on one of my very first videos, the My Progress series. So today marks the end of my liquid phase. So that means I am on entering in week 3, and that means that I have gone through about 7 days of clear liquid, which was awful, purely awful, and then 7 days of thicker liquids. And I'm going to specifically talk about the meal plans and the way I dealt with it. Before I even begin, some of you may have questions over what type of surgery I had and what have you. So I had what was called a duodenal switch or duodenal switch. It was the traditional version. It was not the loop, nor was it the SIPs. So if you don't know what those different versions of the surgeries are, look forward to another video, or look for another video that's already out from me that explains the most typical bariatric surgeries that people get nowadays. So I had the traditional duodenal switch, and that actually contains the same surgery as the VSG as part 1 of it. So I have the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and then they did some magic twisting here and there over my lower intestines, and so instead of having your normal length of your normal intestines, you have about 120, 175 centimeters of absorption. Everything else goes boop, right through you. So I'll get into my reasons for that in another video, the reason why I chose this one. But ultimately it was my decision, and I thought this was going to be the best option for me based on my genetics and all of that fun stuff. Anyways, back to the diet. So once you get through your hospital stay and you get your leak tests done and you want to make sure that everything's going well, they're going to put you on a full clear liquid diet. Now, what this consists of is about 5 to 7 days of being on a clear liquids, meaning, not even a protein shake. You want to ease into it, okay? Because your stomach is healing just as much as the wounds on the outside of your body, so you don't want to push it. You want to make sure that everything is good. All right. So first things first, your goal at any time during this liquid stage is to always maintain hydration. It's extremely important that you keep yourself hydrated. So first and foremost, I had you're supposed to drink 48 to 64 ounces of liquid throughout the day. And mind you, once you have the surgery, for those of you who have not had the surgery or you're looking to have the surgeries, and you have a bariatric surgery, you're not going to be able to chug. So if you're one of those people that were able to just glug, glug, glug and call it good, that's gone. Those days are done. So get ready to sip a lot. I actually ended up purchasing a very large 64-ounce water bottle to take with me on trips since my job involves traveling. And so by the time I finish that throughout the day, it usually keeps me going. So the key to week 1, you must sip very small amounts of fluid all day. So, like I said before, the goal for the day is a total of 64 ounces of clear liquid per day by snipping small sips, 4 to 8 ounces per hour. Okay, so that means you're constantly drinking. And it seems tedious, but hear me out here. Okay, so the recommended liquids for this stage are clear broth or bouillon, chicken, beef, or vegetable. Unsweetened caffeine-free herbal teas. Okay, so no coffee. Sorry, y'all. Sugar-free drinks like Vitamin Zero water, Powerade Zero, Gatorade Zero, Propel, Crystal Light, etc. Light or diluted juices. So if you want to drink apple juice, white grape, cranberry, you can do that, but you need to dilute it 50% with water. So if you have a glass, that means half of it's going to be cranberry and half of it's going to be water. Okay, just want to be very clear. Coconut water you can have, no or low sugar variety though, so you want to make sure that that's there. Protein water drinks, not protein shakes, so there is a difference. Protein water drinks, not protein shakes. We'll get to the protein shakes a little bit later. Sugar-free Jello, sugar-free popsicles, ice chips, and absolutely no carbonated beverages. It's important, particularly if you have the gastric bypass, mini gastric bypass, or the duodenal switch, that all clear liquids need to be sugar-free. Absolutely 100% must. And also make sure that to not have more than 15 grams of carbs at one sitting throughout all of the phases. Okay, so you're gonna have to get astute at looking at the back of the labels and making sure that you're getting yourself into the right frame of mind there. Now, I will post the recommended liquids for the first week in the description, as well as the recommended thicker liquids for the second week in the description of this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Twitter, and I'll be posting that at the end of the video, or leave a comment down below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. But as far as the second week, you want to start taking your multivitamins. So if you've had any of the major surgeries, so like a gastric bypass or the duodenal switch, for example, you're going to be taking a vitamin regimen no matter what you do. Multivitamins, calcium, iron, daily as directed. I have my own stuff that I will be talking to you guys about in a later video. What I use, which is very simple for my vitamin supplements. But as far as week 2 is considered, which is what I just graduated from, so thank God. Once again, this phase, so the previous phase, which is the clear liquids, lasts anywhere between 5 to 7 days. Okay, but can last a little longer, or if necessary, because everybody heals at a different time, at a different rate of time. But then the next stage 2, is the thick liquid diet. Okay, so this phase starts 5 to 7 days after surgery and can last up to 14 days. Okay, so some people are good with only 5 days with it. Some people need 2 weeks before they can stomach anything thicker than a thick liquid. Okay, I just tested it out. I just had some scrambled eggs that I made, and felt a little weird at first, but no vomiting, no nothing, no nausea. It was all good. So this stage in your diet allows for a broad range of liquids and protein supplements. This will give your new pouch and digestive system time to heal properly and allow you time to adjust your new stomach pouch. A good rule of thumb on this diet in general is anything that has the consistency of what can easily be strained through a straw. Okay, now that doesn't mean you should be sipping anything through a straw, but you want to make sure that the consistency is liquid enough that you could suck it through a straw without it getting jammed. So here's some examples of some foods or some liquid types that you can take during this stage. You can take all the foods listed from the previous stage. Protein powders, Greek yogurt. Remember, this needs to have more protein than sugar. So the Fagi, Chobani plain Greek yogurt, or the 000, which is my personal favorite, by Dan and Oikos. Almond or coconut milk. There's no restrictions on the sugar on this one this time. Fairlife milk. There is a website, fairlife.com, if you want to look at that. Natural applesauce, that means no sugar added. We want to make sure that we keep sugar to a minimum as we go through this. Vegetable juice, V8. Hot cereals like oatmeal, cream of wheat, or kashi hot cereal. So I went the cream of wheat route with just using water. Doesn't taste that great, but you know what? It is filling. It does get the job done, and that's really what we're here to do, is get the job done. Sugar-free pudding, yum. Soups. So here's the fun part. I really relied on soups. You want to choose a higher protein soup, like a bean soup. You can actually take chunky soups and blend them down in a blender and make sure they're liquid enough. Sometimes you do have to add some extra water and what have you, just to make sure that everything is good to go that way. And then the last, and surely not least, organic apple cider vinegar diluted with water. Taking a shot of that reduces the acidity in your system. It tastes like crap. So I'm not saying it's something I do, because I don't do that, but it is recommended that if you want to keep your acidity down, that you can do that. And lastly, and surely not least, avoid all carbonated beverages. It fills the stomach with gas. You want to avoid sugar and avoid coffee. It is acidic, and you may have problems with acid reflux after the surgery. It's also a diuretic, so it can cause you to be dehydrated. And remember, during these first two stages, that you want to have a minimum of 48 ounces of water or fluids every single day, and keeping yourself hydrated, because that's extremely important. So once again, I just graduated from there, and you tuned into my journey series. So I'm assuming some of you want to know, where I am in the process here. So even though it's only been 2 weeks. Believe it or not, 2 weeks since my surgery. I had my surgery on Saturday, April 6, 2019. And I will get to the where and the whom and all of that in another video, so please pay attention for that one as well. But since then, it's been healing pretty strong. Haven't had any complications. And my pre-operation weight before I started this whole process was at 378. My operation weight was right around 363, and now I'm at 335 point something. That's what I weighed myself this morning. So 30, 40-ish pounds. I'm not really putting too much weight into that. Ba-dung-dung. Only because so many changes are happening to my body. But I will say that I've had to adjust down to some of my older clothing, because my clothing that I was wearing pre-operation are just way too big on me already. So it's a great feeling to start wearing some of these older clothes that kind of smell like they need to be washed again, even though they're clean, because they've been in my closet for so long. But I am extremely pleased on how my process has been going. And so that about wraps it up for today's video for my journey. If you have any questions, once again, hit me up on Twitter, or feel free to leave a note down below, and I will get back to you as best as I can, depending on how popular these videos start to become. Once again, I'm not making these videos for any kind of purpose beyond just giving some information out and making sure that we share in this experience together, and it was very important for me to learn from some people online, and I hope to contribute to that as well. Thank you, and have a great day.